Lucky enough to have a very special guest with us, Senator John McCain. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you, Kaylee. Let's tell the Pope that he's probably going to be in purgatory after.
Exactly. Get him out of here. There's been so much talk about Haiti, and I know you have a very busy day. You're headed for Tucson. But let's talk a little bit about what you think should happen in terms of U.S. aid relief. $100 million now being designated specifically for relief efforts there.
Yes, and of course the expenses of sending our military. There's an aircraft carrier that's arrived.
Right.
The manpower, woman power that, and the helicopters. It's a huge expense, and it's justified. But we also need to have other nations be involved and help to defray these expenses. I've talked to the military. They're confident that they can keep things under control, but obviously the problem is getting supplies from the airfield and the docks into the people because of the extent of the devastation. But you know, that's what Americans are all about. Well, that's what we are.
And I think we really feel when things like this happen, we're seeing so many Americans step up to the plate and help, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and let's caution our viewers again, be careful who you give money through. Be careful who you give money through. There's a lot of bogus outfits out there that are soliciting money. So pay attention to Channel 3 as they tell you who the legitimate organizations are that can help.
We've got several listed at our website, by the way, if you are interested in donating, and we know a lot of you are. I want to switch gears a little bit, talk about a trip that you were recently on, and with some interesting news out of Iraq and Afghanistan.
Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Lebanon, Georgia, the country of Georgia.
Where you won a huge award. Can you brag a little bit about that?
I was very honored to receive an award that no non-Georgian has ever received, and I was very touched by it and humbled by it. Georgia is a country that is being pressured by the Russians continuously. The Russians occupy part of their territory, and we should obviously try to help them as much as we can. In Iraq, in the month of December, there was not a single American killed. And that is
huge, considering, right, exactly, because the numbers have been staggering month after month after month since this. And
in Afghanistan, the casualties, I'm sorry to say, are going to go up in March as the weather gets better, but we can and will succeed there. The people of Afghanistan don't want the Taliban back.
Right.
They were cruel and oppressive and inhumane. Pakistan obviously has to be helpful. They're improving. It's very complex, of course, but the fact is we cannot allow Afghanistan to return to being a base for attacks on the United States and our allies, and that's why we are investing American blood and treasure.
Well, you are someone who hears from the people every single day, heading to Tucson for that very thing, a town hall meeting.
They're mad as hell.
I was going to ask, I mean, I'm sure you're hearing that.
They're mad about the healthcare fiasco, the sleazy sausage making that's cutting special deals for certain senators to buy votes. They don't like a massive 2,400-page bill that nobody understands, and and behind closed doors. Like the president during the campaign said that he would have C-SPAN in, and Americans would be able to see the negotiations. What's going on now? Backroom deals, and Americans don't like it. And in Arizona, they don't like it either.
Well, I know there's a big story out of Massachusetts we can't get to, but something big is happening there. It looks like you're swaying Republican.
On Tuesday, it'll be very interesting.
That is going to be huge. Let's talk about our local politics. Shadegg, retiring. Want to share
John's
about that?
Been a wonderful member of Congress. He worked as hard or harder than anybody that I've ever known. I'm sorry that John is retiring, but I certainly respect his decision. He has certainly served the state of Arizona with distinction and honor.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time. It should be interesting to see who fills that spot, too.
Yes, I understand it's a crowded field.
Yeah. Well, speaking of filling spots, Tara is in New Orleans, as you just saw.
Yes.
We do this thing around here called the water cooler, where we should take a look at some silly stories. You mind hanging around for that?
Sure.
I have a jersey that we'll talk about. Maybe I'm going to wear one in honor of the Arizona Cardinals.
Good.
You don't have to, but I have one for you if you'd like to just hang on to one. Is that all right?
Thank you. I'd love to.
All right. It's docket, so we'll see what we can do here during the break. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
It is now 42 minutes past the hour, and here are